everybody, and we are back with some more of our FM19 Journeyman in charge of Troyes in the Liga 1. And after a great 4-1 win in the last episode against Nimes, we have 2 games here, which should be, on paper, quite winnable. First up, we have Angers, who are down in 18th in the table. Following that, we have Strasbourg, who are down in 17th. 2 teams battling against relegation. I'm looking to try and assert our dominance here, prove why we're better, and go out there and just give them a good beating and pick up 6 points today. That is ultimately the goal, and I think anything less than that will be a massive disappointment. So we do have, as well, after this, 2 more games, Angers and Toulouse, which I do think we can take the points from. So to be able to set up for that, to be able to set up to win potentially 5 games in a row would be really, really good. So I really want to pick up everything as much as possible today, not just in terms of points, but I'd like to be quite dominant. I'd like to assert that we are a good team and really prove it. I don't want to be scraping a 1-0 win where we barely hang on. I want to be like the by far winners, the outrights, and I do think we can do it. Now, we have made a couple of changes, or more to the point, just the one. Marietti, I've been having problems sort of getting him in the game, and when I say this, he's been involved in the build-up, he's been dropping deep and facilitating the play, which is fine. It's not like he's been playing badly, but I don't feel like that's using him to the fullest of his abilities, and the simple fact of it was, we had an advanced playmaker in the middle of the park, but we don't do our playmaking in the centre of the park. Our playmaking comes from out wide, so all he was really doing was essentially just carrying the ball, just shuttling the ball from one player to the next, and don't get me wrong, he did a good job of it, but it's Dorian Marietti, he's just a better player than that. So what I've done is I've moved him to a shadow striker, try and get him to push into the box more, and hopefully get him on the receiving end of some of these crosses, because he's 6'4", so he should be able to do some damage from them. Now, his finishing isn't the best, but he has good long shots, and he also has good dribbling, so I'm hoping he can sort of just get involved in the play, in the box, and just take some players on and carve out some good chances for himself, with him pushed a bit further up the pitch. And I feel like this is a good opportunity to give him the chance to do that. So, other than that, the team is the same, and we're going to get stuck straight into this match. Now, I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do here. After that win last time, the 4-1, hold on, it's a 4-1-4-1, a formation which we played twice this season to my knowledge, and both times it gave us a bit of trouble, a 0-0 draw and a 1-0 defeat, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to have to dig deep and prove that, well, it's not a formation that beats us. We just had a couple of off games. There's a few players look motivated to my team talk, which is, well, it's quite good. All of our defence, by the way, got in the team of the week. So it's not too bad at all, is it, when that happens? So let's get underway. Hopefully we can prove that we are better than Angers. Well, we've got a throw in here. We're in their half, and Horn is going to try to pick up Marietti. Can't, but Passu picks up the loose ball. Gives it to Gransar on the right. He tries for a cross, but it's headed out. We are back on it again, though, winning the second ball. Marietti charges forward, gives it to Assay, who strikes, and Derek Assay scores again. 8th goal of the season, assisted by Dorian Marietti, the man who we talked about. We said we wanted him more involved in these final moments of the play, and he does it straight away, gets an assist. It's a good ball forward to Assay, and he does most of the work himself, it's got to be said. Turns on the defender very nicely. It's a wonderful curve on the shot, and it flies into the back of the net. His 8th of the season. Incredible scoring from him so far. Hopefully, we can keep it up. Well, we've got a throw in deep in our own half this time, but we do manage to find Marietti, and maybe we can use this to try and build something. As Stefan is dropped very, very deep, Marietti now on the ball, picks out Gransar on the right. Can he find a cross into the box from this area? He goes for it, but it's headed clear. Bordas, though, picks up the loose one very nicely. Marietti here plays forward to Assay. He strikes again, and it's basically the same goal. Marietti forward to Assay. Assay's 9th of the season. What a... Derek Assay is a man on fire right now. When we bought him in last season, we said, he looks like he could be quite threatening. He had a lot of goals and a lot of assists, and last season he got those assists. I think he finished on 12. But this season he is all about the goals. 9 so far this season, and it's another assist for Dorian Marietti. So far, the change of position seems to be working wonders for him, as he is getting very involved in the build-up. And we have 16 shots, 12 of those on target. We are creating some wonderful stuff right now. We're taking our chances very, very well. With a 2-0 lead, it's exactly what we want. Very pleased with your performance. Straight into this second half, let's keep going. They've got a free kick here, edge of our area. They strike, but Mysonial saves. Romain manages to clear out for a throw-in. It was, it was a shot on target, but it wasn't overly threatening. Mysonial kept it out easily, and the clearance, well, they weren't even competing for it, really. Romain got to it with no pressure at all. Well, another free kick for them. This time it's deeper in their own half, and they're going to look to push forward. I'd like to get this ball back. I'd like more goals, if I'm being honest with you. Bamba runs forward. Thomas is on it. He strikes. He just puts it wide. I don't like the fact that they're having a couple of the chances here, so we'll tell them to... what can we tell them to do? We can't shout. I've just shouted at them at the start of the second half. That's why. So let's make a change. Early into the second half, I'm going to go for Preti for Stefan and just change our strikers. Let's just keep fresh players on the pitch and make sure that we don't get complacent as this game ticks on. So we're approaching the 75-minute mark. There's about 15 minutes left to play, and I'm going to go for another change. I'm going to bring on Melenda for Gransar. Again, just change the personnel. Keep the system the same because it's working wonders. We're still 2-0 up, but... just keep fresh players on the pitch. There's no reason to just let players get tired, risk bookings, risk injuries, or risk silly mistakes. Let's just keep the team as fresh as we can. Well, we have a throw in here. 85 minutes in as Horn finds Marietti. Are we going to try and create something as Melenda gets tackled? Bamba's on it, but we need to put the pressure on here. Bordas does a wonderful challenge there, but it only falls to them. They're going to be coming forward. A goal here could make the end of the game very, very interesting, but we're doing a good job of putting the pressure on. We're not making it easy for them. We're not giving them an easy look. And, well, Horn cuts out the play lovely, as Preti fails to win the ball, but we pick up the loose one. Preti coming forward, slides through Marietti. No, he can't quite find him. And now they're the ones back in possession of the ball. Which way's the highlight going? Oh, Antonio completely misses the tackle. And the lead's been cut down to just one goal. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It looks like Horn did a great bit of defensive play to cut out their challenge and, well, almost turn it into a chance for our own, but the pass forward just not good enough. And then Antonio just completely misses the man with the challenge. It's not good enough at all. And with 5 minutes to go, this could now be getting very interesting, which isn't really what I wanted to say. There's temptations to maybe make a change, but I just don't think it's the right call. I think one error, actually I am going to make a change, but it's not going to be a personnel change. I'm going to go for just drop back Marietti as that supporting playmaker and let's just focus on keeping the ball. And then let's go positive for the last 5 minutes of this game and just make sure we don't throw it away. Well, added time is flying by. There is 7 seconds left on the clock as they're going to pump forward. And if this ends here, it'll be a narrow win, but it is the 3 points, which was the most important thing. But like I said at the start, I would have liked it to be more dominant, but having said that, I mean, look at the stats. It was a dominant win. The scoreline just doesn't reflect it. We picked up 2 goals in the first half. The second half, I do feel like we took our foot off the gas a little bit. We didn't see many chances from us at all. And I feel like it's gonna hurt us in the future, really, but we'll say it was a good win. We'll be happy that we got the 3 points. It is only our 4th win of the season. So, well, it's the first win as well where we scored less than 3 goals. So at least we were able to just pull out a normal win for a change. But it puts us up into 10th on 17 points. If we can win this next game against Strasbourg, who are again struggling, they lost today and have dropped down to 18th. It could skyrocket us up to 20 points, which would be huge. We'd be competing for the playoffs with that sort of tally. I've just clicked on that. I just said we'll be competing for the playoffs. You know what I meant. You knew I meant Europa League. It's just that bottom set of sort of good spots. You know what I was getting at. So we are here for game number 2 against Strasbourg, another struggling team, and we are going to go out with exactly the same lineup. I think we did play well against Angers despite them getting a late goal, which made it look a little bit closer than it was, really. So I'm just going to say let's go with the same again, and hopefully, well, another couple of goals, maybe from someone that's not Derek Assay, although I certainly wouldn't complain, would be very nice, as they've got a 4-4-2. Callum Willock on the left flank is probably or Chris Willock, sorry. Don't know where I got Callum from, but on the left wing is probably the most notable player. Also, Leo Dubois at right back. Couple of others there who you might recognise as a few faces, but no one who stands out to me, so well, let's get into this game. I'm just going to hand over to the assistant, and well, that was the right choice. He got a great reaction. 8 players responding well to that one. So let's kick straight off and let's get into this match, and hopefully another good performance will see us to another win. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Derek Assay has picked up an injury 5 minutes into the game, or 8 minutes into the game. He's our top goal scorer. He's scored 9 goals all season. We're going to have to bring on Bakwa to replace him, who himself is playing through injury. That's not what I wanted to see in the slightest. Well, we've got a free kick, edge of the area. Bordas flicks over, but unfortunately it's over the bar. We need to try and create something here. I'm quite nervous now that we've lost Assay. Well, we've got a throw-in. It's coming towards the end of the first half. Gransar tries to flick down, but they manage to get possession of the ball as they launch forward, but We should be able to pounce on this with relative ease. Maybe we can try and build something. Kwamena, nursing an ankle injury, plays out wide to Pasu. Can we please try and create something? This camera angle, by the way, really weird. Not a fan, but Backwell plays forward. Gransar on it, on the right-hand side. Can he find a cross? It's deflected, it's blocked. Horn flicks one in, though. Can't find anyone. They're now back on the ball, and they're going to be looking to come forward. If we accidentally gone to extended highlights, why are they all so long today? As Yusuf is on the ball, pumps forward. Guilame's on it. He's one-on-one with that keeper. My Sodio manages to keep it out. Great save from him. Puts it out for a corner now. If we can keep this one out on their massive pitch. Look at the size of it. They flick it in. They try to strike, but we managed to just about get clear. Not a highlight in our favour, unfortunately, but we don't concede. It's still 0-0. We have to dig deep and try and find a winner, but we're picking up injuries left, right and centre. We need to try and do something here. I'm just going to say... I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased because I want us to be doing better, and they seem to agree, getting fired up by that. Do I take off Kwamena because he's nursing an injury? I think we don't, you know. I think we keep him out there, at least for now. The question is if we change anything or whether we just go straight for it. Is there anything we could maybe do down here? What if instead of focusing play down the right, we try focusing it down the left? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm going to try this. Try and focus it down to the left and get Gransar to be the final man on the ball. Just switch it up in the second half. It seems like that's a logical conclusion to me. Well, there is a highlight, but it's starting with their throw-in, and we're going to have to be the ones who win the ball back here, as they are on it so far away. Can we zoom in any more? No, that's the furthest we can go. Well, they're passing it forward with relative ease, and we're not really doing much to win the ball back. They've got so much space out on this right-hand side, and they have managed to take advantage of it. This is going to be an easy cross for them. Mysonial, though, claims the loose ball. Now, surely that is not going to be the end of this highlight. No way is that it. Are we accidentally on extended? Have I missed something? No, we are on key. We pump the ball up, not really how we like to play, and they win it back, but they just give it back to us. Mysonial on it again. What is going on? What is this highlight coming to? As Stefan is the one on the ball. Can we find anything? Marietti's in the box, but he gives it to Pasu, who strikes, and we go 1-0 up. Pasu's first goal of the season, the assist from Noé Stefan. And, well... Kwamena's indicating he wants to come off. That's not what's important right now. Stefan with a wonderful bit of play here. Slides it through beautifully. And Pasu fires. And it is a great strike. It's his first of the season. He's finally got himself on the score sheet. We're going to immediately pause. I'd love to select a position on the pitch, but you don't seem to be showing me them. Can we stop breaking? Thank you. Brilliant. That's what I wanted. So we are going to make a change. I'm going to bring off Kwamena for Nasruddin. Both good players. It's not a huge drop in quality or anything like that. It's just Kwamena's injured. Let's take him off. Let's not make any silly mistakes. I do want to keep going for this, though, at least for sort of the next 15-20 minutes or so. If at that point we're still only up by 1 goal, then we will look at maybe going positive. Well, we are on the ball here. I'm not sure if this highlight is from kickoff is just because I made a change, but Marietti's running forward with it. Slides forward, Stefan. It might have been offside. To me, that looked off. I'm not going to lie. It looked offside to me, and... It's a clear offside. It's no goal. Unfortunately, still only 1-0, but we are still creating chances as Bordas flicks into the box. Bordas scores from a cross. What? Bordas just absolutely, he goes for the cross, and let's face it, it's awful, but it flies into the back of the net. Marietti can't get on the end of it, but their keeper absolutely misses it, and Bordas just curls it across again. It's his first goal of the season. When your goal scorers get injured, your deep-lying playmakers are the ones who'll come out, your defensive midfielders. As we're on the loose ball, once again, Stefan running forward, takes on the defence, strikes, but is saved by the keeper, as was possibly the most predictable outcome of all time. But now they're the ones looking to come forward. Willock on it, on this left-hand side. We just about managed to cut it out, but Romain wins a header, Antonio wins one too, and we seem to have gotten the ball clear. Is this going to carry on as well? Backwell looks to be breaking, and we do play it forward to him. Can we get it into the centre? Oh, he can't find Marietti. The cross is dreadful. It's unfortunate there, but the highlight's carrying on. Will it ever end as they come forward once again? Yusuf strikes. Just managed to see it wide. It just doesn't quite just hit the target, but we're 2-0 up. A crazy goal from Bordas is seeing us to keep this lead, and now I am going to make another change. Bakwa is still nursing that injury, and oh, that's not good. Okay, Mawessa isn't on the bench, which is what I was going to do. Okay, I'll change the other wing. It's fine, it's fine. We'll bring on Melenda. Not sure why I thought Mawessa was on the bench. I knew I dropped him for Bakwa. I guess I don't know, because I say he got injured so early, I guess I thought I could just bring him on. Well, we have a corner. 5 minutes left to play. Bordas flicks towards the back post. Marietti's on it. Knocks across to Stefani. He just hits the post. Stefani's missing chance after chance. Actually, it was saved by their keeper. Fair enough. But still should have done better there. As Bordas flicks into the box once again. But we can't get on the end of that one. Melenda is on it, though. Can't find a cross. And just gives the ball to them. Lebert pumps forward. Can we just keep this? There we go. The highlight fades out. We still have a 2-goal lead. And there is very, very little time left in this game. We're into added time. And, well, there's 20 seconds of it remaining, and it looks like we are going to pick up a double win episode. Despite an injury to Derek Assay, we managed to pull through, both defensive midfielders finding their first goals of the season, one of them in the most bizarre fashion, to pick us up the 3 points. And that is what you want. When your goal scorers get injured, someone is there to pick it up, even in the most unlikely circumstances. And it sees us to a good win. And, well, Pasu gets man of the match. It's his first goal of the season, and you can't ask for much more, really. There were good performances across the board. I wish Stefan could have hit the back of the net with some of his chances. It would have been really nice to see, but, well, there's a lot to be happy with there. I mean, both defensive midfielders obviously getting good ratings, but also our backline, Cedric Horn, Antonio, Correa, all did very, very well. There's not much to complain about at all, really. Even players like Marietti and Stefan, who didn't have the most impact this game, still managed to pull out some very good ratings, and that, honestly, is what we want to see. So, that puts us, like I said, on 20 points after 14 games, which is not bad at all. We are up in 9th, which sounds middling, but look at the points. We are 1 point off of 5th. There is a bunch of teams on 21 points right now, and we are just 1 point off of that. We're right in the thick of it at the minute, and this is looking quite good. We had a rocky start, but we seem to have clicked things together. And honestly, I know it sounds silly because these were two weaker teams, but the fact that we were just able to put them away and we were dominant in both games is honestly just all we needed. We just needed a couple of good performances. 3 wins now on the bounce, 4 if you count the cup. And we're looking very good, and with Angers and Toulouse coming up, these are good teams. They're better than what we played, but they're winnable games. They're not PSG. They're not Lyon. They're not Marseille. They're not games that scare me going into them. They're just good teams, and we should be able to compete with good teams because we are a good team. So, well, 5th and 6th is going to be competitive, and if we do manage to win even one of those games, we could be right in the thick of this. But if we win both, who knows how far we could climb up. Where are Marseille, by the way? Oh, they're in 4th. Okay. I wondered where they were. I just couldn't see them. I just missed them for a second. But, well, let's wrap this up here. Hopefully, actually, before we do, let's see what's happening with Derek Assay. 2 weeks is not the end of the world. What about Quamena? 1 to 2 days, so he will be back for the next game. That's not too bad. 2 weeks, he's been our top goal scorer, so it's going to hurt to have him out. But we have 2 left wingers. We have Backward. We have Mauesa. It's not the end of the world. It could definitely be worse. So, let's wrap this up here and let's end this double win episode. This might be our first double win episode in Liga 1. I can't think of another one. Oh, that's quite the accomplishment, if so. I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, a double win episode. Absolutely massive performance, and I think we can be extremely proud of that. And tomorrow's video, both games against Angers and Toulouse, will be up at 5:30, or you can subscribe to get that into your feed, whichever you prefer. Follow the Twitter and join the Discord to stay updated on any content and anything else that's happening with the channel, or to just get involved in the discussion. I bottled that there. But also leave any feedback in the comments below. It would be very much appreciated. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. I hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.